The Godfather Trilogy, an epic start. When we talk about iconic films, The Godfather has to top the list. Directed by Francis Ford Coppola and based on Mario Puzo's novel, it's a timeless story of power, family, and betrayal. Released in 1972, it captured audiences with its intense drama, rich character development, and unforgettable performances. Marlon Brando as Vito Corleone is the heart of this film. His performance is legendary, bringing a gravitas to the character that only a few could match. The plot follows Michael Corleone, played by Al Pacino, the youngest son of Don Vito Corleone. Initially distant from the family business, Michael is eventually drawn in after an assassination attempt on his father. The film dives deep into themes of loyalty, the weight of family legacy, and the cost of power. Pacino's transformation throughout the movie from an innocent outsider to a ruthless mafia don is one of the most compelling character arcs in cinematic history. The cinematography is just as influential as the acting, with Gordon Willis's lighting creating that atmospheric, shadowy look that defines the mood of the film. The Godfather set the standard for many gangster films that followed. The Godfather Trilogy, Evolution and Conclusion. Now moving into The Godfather Part 2, 1974. This sequel, often considered one of the few that surpasses the original, continues Michael Corleone's journey as he consolidates power while also battling with his own conscience. The parallel storylines between Michael's rise and Vito's backstory, played brilliantly by Robert De Niro, offer a deep dive into the complexities of the Corleone family's criminal empire. The film's portrayal of Michael's descent into darkness is haunting, and the tension only escalates as he becomes more isolated and consumed by his role as the family's leader. Then we have The Godfather Part 3, 1990, the film that remains the most divisive in the series. It picks up years later, with Michael attempting to distance himself from the Mafia while trying to make the Corleone family legitimate. The introduction of new characters, like Sofia Coppola's Mary Corleone, adds a different dynamic, but the film doesn't quite reach the heights of its predecessors. Still, there are standout moments and an unforgettable ending that leaves the trilogy with a somber conclusion. Over the years, Coppola has made subtle changes to all three films, notably in terms of remastering and re-editing them for modern audiences. The most notable was the 2008 re-release of The Godfather Trilogy, which included a new edit of Part 3, now called Mario Puzo's The Godfather, Coda, The Death of Michael Corleone. This version was intended to better close Michael's arc and provide a more fitting conclusion. As we continue, it's impossible to ignore the cultural impact that The Godfather Trilogy has had. These films redefined what a gangster movie could be. They transcended the genre and became more about the moral and emotional toll of living a life of crime. The theme of power, how it corrupts, isolates, and destroys, is explored in such depth that it's not just a mafia story, but a universal tale about the cost of ambition. The performances throughout the trilogy are nothing short of extraordinary. Al Pacino's portrayal of Michael Corleone is one of the most studied in film history, showing the incredible transformation from innocent outsider to cold, calculating mob boss. Brando, in the original, gives one of the most iconic performances ever, with his commanding presence and intricate layers. Even in Part 3, while not quite as impactful, Pacino's vulnerability as an aging Don adds emotional depth. The music, composed by Nino Rota, is instantly recognizable. The haunting theme, with its melancholic yet powerful notes, perfectly encapsulates the tragic nature of the Corleone family. The film's score isn't just background music, it's an emotional anchor that pulls you deeper into the story. The trilogy's legacy has continued through various homages and references in countless films, TV shows, and pop culture. It's one of the cornerstones of modern cinema, and its influence extends far beyond just the mafia genre. Movies like Goodfellas, Casino, and even TV shows like The Sopranos owe a debt to the storytelling and style of The Godfather. When it comes to the ending of Part 3, despite some mixed reactions, it does manage to circle back to the tragic nature of Michael's journey. He may have tried to escape the past and redeem himself, but it's clear that the weight of his choices has irreparably damaged him. The final shot of Michael alone, reflecting on his life, is the perfect, albeit somber conclusion to a story about the corrupting power of family, crime, and ambition.